And we're here for the third and final game of the day at the Big Baller Beatdown, a matchup between Minnesota Prep and Athens Prep. So we'll come back to you here shortly for the starting lineups. You're tuned in to a Tanager Sports production of the Grind Session.
No foul. Hey, big man. Glad I didn't have that game. Welcome to the last game of the Big Baller Beatdown.
I think we can get the coaches to agree to run the clock again.
Sorry about that.
Number 12, Richard Edwards. Number 22, Adrian Sprinkles. And number 11, Rudy Tanager. Starting for Athens Prep. Number 0, Keyshawn Davidson. Number 1, Isaac Spears. Number 2, Aishi Lowry. Number 11, Christian Jackson. And number 23, Felix Gould.
That's correct. I just say Tyler. I'll leave it to Tyler. And we're here at tip-off. Minnesota Prep in white, trimmed in black and silver. Athens Prep in the red with the white. As it's Lowry starting with the ball for Athens. Over to Jackson on the wing. Inside Goo. Goes to the glass. Little contact, nothing called. Other way, Minnesota Prep. So the reset up top as Lowry steals the ball. Gets past him, short, put back, no good. And good that time for Tyrus Bainham Jr. And it's to here the other way for Minnesota. Go to here to Sprinkles. Sprinkles wide open lane and left-handed off the glass. That's good for 2. So Davidson, a tough, hard-fought performance in the first game. That's Keyshawn Davidson, number 0. Looking to do the same here. As Lowry back to Davidson. Shot clock winding down. Davidson goes up off the glass, or it'll reset off the rim. Bynum to Lowry and draws contact. He will be at the line to shoot as the foul is on number 32, Amon Decker.
Just keep that bag, and then I just put those extra bracelets and stuff to the side. I set those next to me, so if you want to get those before you leave.
Thanks.
And so good on the second free throw. Other way, Minnesota Prep. Sprinkles with the ball. Guarded by Bainham. Pulls a three, no contest, and it's long as it's Jackson. Christian Jackson has it the other way. In the corner, Davidson dribbles back up top. He's guarded by Richard Edwards. Screen from Goo. They switch. Davidson attacks, kicks it out to Bainham. Short off the rim. Rebounded by Decker. And it's Tahir again up the court, running the point for Minnesota Prep. Gets the ball to Sprinkles. Dribbles in, draws some contact. Good defense to hold off from fouling. And it's good. Richard Edwards. Skip pass up to Davidson. Met by the double team. Long pass over the top to Lowry. Jackson dribbles right at him. Draws some contact, but a no call. And it's Tyrus Bainham Jr. for two. So Tahir. Over to Edwards, now Sprinkles. Back to Tahir. On the drive, off the glass. Strong for Edwards, and it's Lowry up. Pass to Davidson. Can't get to it, out of bounds. So turnover, Athens. Tahir with the ball. Minnesota Prep. Into the corner. Now inside. Skip pass deflected. Goo gets it up to Davidson. Nice crossover for Keyshawn. Kicks it to the wing. Lowry, no good. Keyshawn with the offensive rebound. Floater short. And Tahir gets it up quick for Minnesota Prep. Dribble inside, right at Felix. He goes straight up. That's the reason for the no call. Bullet pass on a string to Keyshawn Davidson. 7-4, Athens on top. This is their second game of the day. They had the first one against Life Christian that went to overtime, and now, hour and a half, 2 hours later, they're on the court again. So off to a strong start as Edwards goes right at his man, misses. Offensive rebound. Kick to the corner to here, short. And we're going to get a foul that stays here. Foul is on Felix Goo. That was Decker with the strong take that missed. Tahir on the inbounds. Lowry steals the pass. Isaac Spears on the dunk. And a 30-second timeout called by the coach of Minnesota Prep, Coach Patterson. So we'll take a quick pause as Minnesota Prep trails 4-9. So Minnesota prep ball after the timeout. It's to here up the court as we have new players in here. Number 1, Jawan Grant. Decker, the skip pass. And that's flipping for 3. So 9-7, Athens Prep still on top. Floater long, put back good for Isaac Spears. So Minnesota Prep. Pass inside, back to Grant. And pass deflected by Isaac Spears. And it's going to be red ball on the baseline as there's a foul against Minnesota Prep on number 11. That is Tahir. So Lowry up the court for Athens. Passes to Jackson, dribbles in. Nothing there, kicks it back out to Lowry. Sprinkles with the defense on Lowry. Knocks it loose, and we're going to get a jump ball here. Possession pointing to Minnesota ball. As it'll be Grant bringing it up the court for Minnesota Prep. 10-17 on the clock, and Minnesota trails by 4. Nice take for Edwards, and he gets it in for 2, and they only trail by 2 now. And we got an offensive foul here on the screen, as Lowry going to substitute out of the game. Davidson back in. So Grant with the ball up the court for Minnesota. Skip pass inside. Sprinkles with the fake. He takes it, floater short, gets his own rebound, hook shot back, and it falls. Count it. Foul is on number 32 for Athens Prep. It's Antonio Battis as he'll come back out. Felix Gu back in. Jackson going to take a break as Bainham comes back in. The Sprinkles at the line to convert the M1 play. And he does, which gives Minnesota Prep the 12-11 lead with 9:30 to go in the first half. Davidson met by Sprinkles at the half line, has the screen from Gu. Drive, kick back to Spears, short jumper, no good. And offensive foul on Gu. Sprinkles with the pass back to Jawan Grant. Sprinkles, strong take to the rim, gets it in for 2. As Tyrus Bainham Jr. has the ball, pass over to Davidson. He'll drive inside with the handoff to Felix. Goes right at him and just rims out. So the foul is on number 3, that's Flippin'. And Felix at the line shooting 2. So good on the attempt. As the lead now 14-12, 2 points for Minnesota. Grant, no good on the take. Offensive rebound, the putback, no good, as Davidson has it for Athens. Outnumbered. Hands it off to Schwente, and he gets fouled on the attempt. So at the line, shooting 2 after the Minnesota Prep foul. Both teams with 4 team fouls. No good on the first attempt as Moore will come into the game. And converts the second, lead down to 1. Grant now in possession, met at half court by Keyshawn Davidson. Man cuts around to the top. Deep 3 and short. Rebound by Felix Gu. Isaac Spears is going to kick it back out. Inside, Davidson, floater, no good. Keyshawn fights for the offensive rebound. And we reset the shot clock. Davidson on the handle. Passes to Isaac Spears. Spears, pass inside to Felix. Inside to Schwente. He misses on the putback. No good for Spears. So Sprinkles now on the wing. Baseline drive, stopped by Schwente. Jumper, long, and the putback blocked. We're going to get a foul now on Tyrus Bainham, or sorry, drawn by Tyrus Bainham Jr. It's Sprinkles called for the foul. It's Keyshawn Davidson met by Jawan Grant. Handoff to Bainham, to Spears, back to Davidson. Fakes the shot. Jumper long. Felix Gu on the rebound. Schwente off the glass, gets it to go. Jordan Schwente. Minnesota now trails by 1. On the drive, a lot of contact. It was on the floor. So that was Aaron Moore on the take, drawing contact. Shot by Sprinkles left. Last touched by Minnesota Prep, they're going to say. Skip pass now to Jackson. Gets it up the court, into the middle. Bounce pass, Spears. No good. Spears had quite a few threes in their first game today. Misses that one. And Bainham going to be called for a reach. Thought he might have had the angle. That is 16 fouls called against Athens Prep. Grant again with the ball. Has the screen. Spears fights over it. And Spears fouls him. Count the bucket. Spears good, just couldn't keep up with him. Fouls. And it'll be Grant at the line shooting. So Spears will check out as Davidson and Lowry come back in. Also giving Schwente a break. Grant gets the roll, and it's good. Jackson met by pressure. Lowry gets it just across the court. One dribble, picks it up. Skip pass now to Davidson. Wide open three. Waits to the last second and converts the triple. 18-17. Athens on top. They come away with the steal. Felix, the bullet pass up to Jackson and slams it home. Christian Jackson. Lowry just about got the tip. Sprinkles gets past Felix 4-2. A quick answer. Back to a 1-point Athens lead. So some high energy there on those two quick possessions. Lowry loses the handle. Davidson just able to save it. 15 on the shot clock. Felix, the handoff to Davidson. Baseline drive, kick to the corner. Jackson, good ball movement. And they call a travel. So the turnover there. And Minnesota has possession. Movement around the top. Grant takes advantage of an open three, can't convert. Sprinkles will try now, no good. Big rebound for Tyrus Bainham. Skies for it as Keyshawn Davidson drives in the paint. Floater, it's a little strong. And it's Jawan Grant the other way with the defensive board. Alley-oop to him and gets the roll for more. So that was a great pass by Sprinkles to get more the layup. Jackson now has the pressure. Floater, it's good. Nice touch there for Christian Jackson. 22-19. Grant comes off the screen. So Grant with the basket. 1-point lead still for Athens, and we're under 4 minutes to go in half number one.
Swing it, Tyrus. Come on, CJ.
Great drive and take for Avishai Lowry. Three, no good. Christian Jackson behind the back. And it's Grant with the foul. Smart foul there, as would have been a pretty easy attempt for the layup. So Felix Gu going to take a break as Jordan Schwente comes back in. On the other end, Akoi Mengol comes in for Minnesota Prep. Keyshawn Davidson over to Avishai. Up top to Christian. Lowry on the wing, guarded by Grant. Bainham, big jump on the shot, and rebounded by James Flippin. Pass into the corner. Mangold shoots a three, long. Jackson on the rebound for Athens. In a 1-point game for most of this final minutes here in the second half. As Schwente tries the putback. Out of bounds, last touch by Minnesota Prep. And it's Isaac Spears into the game, giving Avishai Lowry a break. So a couple of technicals here on Aaron Moore for Minnesota Prep and Jordan Schwente for Athens. So a double technical called. Sorry, that's correction there. Flippin for Minnesota, Schwente for Athens. So last touched by Athens. What is it? So the ref comes to the table here to double check on the table. Or to double check on that double technical, sorry. So they correct the arrow on the clock here for possession in favor of Athens. Sprinkles on the wing, guarded by Spears. Grant back to Sprinkles, takes the open three, goes in and out, rebounded by Schwente. Keyshawn Davidson up quick into the paint, and he's going to be fouled by Jawan Grant. So that's correct, number 1, Jawan Grant on the foul. So no good on the attempt, as that was rebounded by Amon Decker. Jawan Grant met by the 2-3 zone. Potentially a 3-2 zone, a lot of movement on the far side from me. Grant from deep gets it to fall. Keyshawn met by Moore at half. They now trail by 2. Chance to tie or take the lead here. Christian Jackson with the reverse layup goes to the ground. Strong take for him. And he ties the ball game up. And we now have 60 seconds to go here in half number 1. All tied up at 26. Pass to Moore. Inside Mangold. Brings it back out. And reset now by Sprinkles. So just at 30 seconds now. Jackson on the drive. And Davidson's going to draw a foul against Moore. So Tahir back into the game, giving Moore a break. We have 16 seconds. Davidson could tie it up with these 2 attempts. Davidson good on the first to cut the lead to 1. And no good on the second as Minnesota comes away with it. Grant now. The handoff to Sprinkles. 5 seconds. Sprinkles goes right at it. Off the glass and 1 for Sprinkles. So a chance to make it 4 points on the lead if he can convert here. So one attempt here for Sprinkles to make it a 4-point lead. And he converts. 3 seconds now for Athens to get up the court. Davidson from half. Off the top. So the end of half number 1, 31-27. Minnesota Prep on top of Athens. We'll take a 10-minute break. Come to you right before the start of the second half. You're tuned in to a Tanager Sports production of The Grind Session. And we're back just before the start of the second half, as Athens currently trails to Minnesota Prep 27-31. Tied on points on the Athens Prep side is Christian Jackson and Keyshawn Davidson, both with 6. On the other end for Minnesota Prep, Adrian Sprinkles has 14. So 16 minutes to go in the game. It'll be Davidson, Jackson, Lowry, Goo, and Bainham on the court for Athens. Still waiting to see on the Minnesota side as they are still in the huddle. So flipping to here, Sprinkles, Edwards, and Decker for Minnesota Prep. So Minnesota Prep starts out with the ball. Sprinkles has the screen. Kicks it back out. And a travel called on Edwards. Skip pass up to Bainham. Jackson just about lost the handle. Skips over to Keyshawn. Keyshawn, 4-3, no good. Short off the rim. Rebounded Felix Goo. Puts it back. No good to here with the rebound. Flipping 3. So Lowry up the court for Athens. Met by Tahir. 7-point lead now for Minnesota Prep. We mentioned that Lucai Patterson, one of the best players on that Minnesota Prep team, out today. I'm not sure if it's an injury or something else, but not on the court, and that's a huge difference maker for Minnesota as we get a Athens Prep timeout. So with that timeout, we take a quick pause. So Tahir with the ball for Minnesota Prep. Hands it off to Edwards. Sprinkles in the corner. Thought about the 3. Now Tahir with it. Pass inside. Edwards on the drive. Few steps short off the glass. Out of bounds, last touch by Decker. So Schwente will come back into the game. He's going to give Felix Goo a break. So Avishai Lowry with the ball. Skips it over to Keyshawn Davidson. Right back to Lowry. Hard to the basket, fouled by Flippin. As it is, James Flippin called on the contact. Avishai Lowry at the line shooting 2. Good on the second for Avishai. Tahir guarded by Davidson. Passes to the corner. Sprinkles. 3-ball. No good. Tip back. No good for Edwards. And Decker puts it in. Lead grows to 8. Got to figure that fatigue is starting to set in to Athens, as this will be their 4th half of play today.
White 11. Block.
Foul on here. Taken out at the baseline by Davidson. And it's flipping, knocking it out of bounds. Stays Athens ball. Christian Jackson pulls it back up top. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Bainham short on the 3-point attempt. Edwards up quick for Minnesota. Skips to the corner, good movement. Sprinkles now. Foul on Keyshawn Davidson for a block.
Hey, 2 to 35. 2 to 35. 2 to 35.
So Davidson trying to figure out with the referee what he did there. Sprinkles. Pass to the corner. To here for 3. No good. Rebounded Christian Jackson. Jackson to Keyshawn. Goes right at Decker. Put back good for Tyrus Bainham Jr. Lead down to 6. Right at 13 minutes to go. Zone defense here for Athens. As Jackson almost gets the steal. And Tahir looked away before he caught it. And Isaac Spears back in the game. Giving a break to Keyshawn Davidson. Screen set by Schwente. Jackson to Lowry, over to Spears. Met by the pressure of Edwards. Isaac Spears for 3. And the lead now cut to 3. Sprinkles, passing the wing to here. Back to Sprinkles. So everybody on one side of the court. Now they finally get some movement to spread it out. Sprinkles takes it. Layup no good. Foul on Isaac Spears. So Sprinkles at the line with 2 attempts. Just gets the roll on that one. Lead now at 4. And no good on the second attempt. So it's a 2-possession lead here for Minnesota Prep. Jackson wanted a foul, no call. Grant goes high off the glass, put back, dunk for Edwards. Now Jackson up, and Christian Jackson gets fouled by Amon Decker. So Christian Decker at the line, shooting 2 off the strong take to the basket. Good on the first is Jackson. Peliscu comes in for Lowry. So no good on the second. Grant for three, knockdown. Pass up to Bainham. Has the screen from Goo. Goo fights for it, knocked in the eye, goes down. And Sprinkles with the slam. As Goo's still on the ground, we're going to take a quick pause.
Timeout. Red.
So just to fill you in on the pause, there is blood on the floor after the contact to Felix Goo. So we'll take a quick break to get that cleaned up. And we're back after the pause. Athens with the ball. Keyshawn Davidson met by the pressure of Edwards. 15 on the shot clock, into the corner. Spears the quick triple, no good. And rebounded by Decker. As Felix Gu back, got his eye sealed up. And no good on the layup. As Davidson comes away with the ball the other way. And reverse layup, good. Isaac Spears. So Juwan Grant with the ball. Spears giving him space. Decker thought about the three, passes to Grant. Has the screen, they switch on him. Schwente on the help defense. And we're going to get a foul on number 1, Isaac Spears. So shooting foul sends Edwards to the line for 2. Gets the roll, good on the first. Lead grows to 9. And we get a foul on Sprinkles now. On the rebound, there was contact. So Felix comes back into the game. Lowry back into the game. As Jackson and Bainham will take a break. The Lowry skip pass up to Davidson. Spears met by the double team, and Minnesota comes away with the ball. Sprinkles behind the back, trying to get fancy with it. They're going to say out of bounds on Minnesota, but I think Athens may have touched it last. Either way, it's Davidson with the ball for Athens. Spears on the drive, hands it off to Felix. Ball gets tipped. And Felix with the contact. So it'll be Minnesota Prep ball out of bounds. Sprinkles guarded by Lowry. Edwards on the drive, off the glass, wide right. Knocked out of bounds, last touch by Athens. So Athens, a little sloppier play here this game compared to the first one. That could be the fatigue setting in after over 52, 53 hours of play today. Or sorry, 52 minutes, not hours, as they lose the ball again. Sprinkles up top. Has the screen. Decker, good for 2. Lead now at 11. Has a screen from Gu. Lowry steps back over to Davidson. Calls for the screen. Davidson gets the switch. Deep 3. Rims out. Rebounded by Amon Decker. So Juwan Grant the other way. Pass inside, Edwards to Decker, off the glass, good. Amon Decker for 2. Lead now at 13. Halfway through the second. So 8:01 to go, 49-36. Athens trails by 13, and we'll take a break with the timeout. So we're back after the timeout. As Athens Prep has the ball, they have a 13-point deficit to come back from. Lowry kicks it back out. Isaac Spears can't get the roll. So they count the 3 of Spears. Number one shot it. So it looks like there was an interference with the net whenever the ball was rimming out. So that basket makes it a 10-point game. Edwards with the ball. Met by the pressure of Spears. Sprinkles over back to Edwards. Now Grant, they're in no hurry, but there's 7 on the shot clock. And they just get a shot off, and it's good for more. So Davidson with it for Athens. A lot of dribbling here for Davidson. Finds it inside. Schwente, the backdoor pass. Looking for Felix. They just about lost it. Spears has to get it off and gets the roll. Isaac Spears for 2. Jawan Grant, they're in no hurry with the ball. 11-point lead, 6:20 to go. Floater inside the paint, no good. Tip back, no good, and it's rebounded Christian Jackson. Spears up quick, pass to Bainum, gets it to go. Tyrus Bainum Jr. Lead back to single digits. Minnesota Prep on top by 9. Sprinkles, skip pass to Edwards, inside to Decker, knocked out of bounds, last touch by Athens. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Grant in the corner, has the screen. Floater, Grant is good. Davidson, met by Edwards. Hand off to Spears. Good handle there. Floater over Decker and a jump ball. So Athens ball. Possession arrow switches. Into Christian Jackson. Backdoor pass Davidson. Pump fake off the glass. Great move, Keyshawn Davidson. And Sprinkles dribbles it up. And it's over half, but just a couple seconds left on the 10-second count. And he's in no hurry, just wasting time here as they have the last few possessions. Now at 10 seconds. Handoff to Decker, jumper no good, rebounded by Sprinkles. And it's Isaac Spears coming away with it. Pass to Bainham and one. Best possible situation for Athens as they get the basket and draw a foul. So it is Tyrus Bainham at the line after the Juwan Grant foul. Bainham converts a three-point play. Lead is at 6. Decker, the pass inside, knocked out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Athens Prep. Shot clock at 16. So Grant on the inbounds, finds Sprinkles. Sprinkles gets fouled on his take to the basket. So Schwente on the foul, and it's Sprinkles at the line shooting 2. And good on both, the lead at 7. So, coach calls out the play here. Davidson with the pass to CJ. Handoff to Bainham. Back to Davidson, calls for the screen. And Minnesota Prep comes away with it. Sprinkles with the slam. No good on the shot. And Sprinkles heads the other way with the ball. Moore with the step back. No good. Rebounded by Edwards. Back up to Grant. Shot clock resets. So Grant just dribbling, passes over to Moore. 15 seconds on the clock. They have the 9-point lead. Grant dribbles in, and defensive Davidson draws the jump ball, stays here. So 6 seconds on the shot clock. Moore. And a travel here as the shot clock yelling caught him off guard. Keyshawn Davidson has the ball for Athens. They trail by 9. 2.5 to go. Gonna have to go to the basket and get some stops too, as the ref gonna call contact foul. So So foul is on Edwards. Davidson has the screen. Christian drives. No good. Offensive rebound by Spears. Puts it back up, short, and rebounded by Edwards. Moore passed inside, knocked out of bounds by Decker. Athens ball. Got it in quick. Nobody was paying attention. Christian Jackson off the glass. Too strong. Rebounded by Moore. Grant finds Sprinkles, met by Bainham. Decker on the trail, no good. Keyshawn Davidson rebound, minute and a half to go. Still need points. Lefty gets the roll, 7 points. And Coach Tyler for Athens gonna call the full timeout, so we'll take a break. You're tuned in to the final game here at the Big Baller Beatdown. This is a Tanager Sports production of The Grind Session. So Minnesota Prep with the ball. Sprinkles gets fouled by Bainham. So next foul will be the 1-and-1. And contact for the ball. Minnesota comes away with it somehow. And we got a timeout, Minnesota Prep. So the next foul, as mentioned, sets Minnesota in the 1-and-1. Bainham putting tight defense on Sprinkles because if he fouls, it's all right anyway. And they don't call the foul on the 3. So a shot clock violation. So no call on the 3. Coach Patterson thought there was contact. Ref says he drug his leg out, and that's what initiated it. As Davidson takes the three. No good. Moore gets fouled by Jackson because they have to now. So 47.3 trail by 7. And it's Aaron Moore at the line, who has not attempted a free throw in this game. We'll see how he does on his first attempt. Good on his first. Lead now at 8. And good on the second. Davidson met by pressure. Drives, contact, just rims out. Sprinkle spin move, gets past the defense. And coach says no foul. Minnesota keeps possession. And now they get a foul. 20.2, and we're again in the 1-and-1. So Goo picks up the foul, sending Amon Decker to the line for 1-and-1. Good on his first attempt. And good on the second. The ball stolen by Moore. And Goo fouls Grant. So still in the 1-on-1 with 9 fouls. As it'll be Juwan Grant at the line shooting with a chance to extend the lead. And good on both attempts. 13-point lead with 13 to go. Davidson brings it across. Takes the easy layup. And it'll make the loss look a little bit less as the score 63-52. Minnesota Prep comes out on top. And that'll do it for the Big Baller Beatdown here in Marshall County. You've been watching a Tanager Sports production of the Grind Session. Check in with us next Saturday and Sunday as we travel to Napa, California for the Crush in the Valley. We'll see you then.